Hi there. So, we must have the most wonderful supermarket in Britain. This is on the side of the supermarket. There's all boats and it's all lovely. And it's tidal, it's coming in right from the sea right there. So, today is the day for tidying. Look at it. It's a world apart from what it looks like in the summer. But, all this has to be tidied and get ready for the new growth in spring. So all the branches that I've cut off the trees have to be taken care of now. But luckily we've got a wood burner, and so I can just cut these into smaller bits and put them on the wood burner. So it's a 2 for 1. So this is funny. I started trying to saw them with my Japanese saw, which is marvellous, don't get me wrong. I soon got fed up with that. So I got the big guns out. I got my battery operated electric saw, which just slices straight through. Brilliant. This was only 20 minutes worth of work. And look, I've got a wheelbarrow full of decent wood to put on my wood burner. So I'm all about recycling and, using things to their best advantage. So why don't you come and have tea? Let's have tea. I love old things, and this is an old thing. This is a bone china tea set that I inherited, and it's lovely. I like country style. I like having coffee in my kitchen, and I like looking at the spring flowers on the table. And this is just a quick look around my bedroom and some of my lovely things that I've got that I've collected over the years. And this Better Homes and Garden poster is original, and I think it's 1920 something. But anyway, let me have a look. It's down the bottom now, 1927, and it cost 10 cents then. And my mother brought this from Canada. She found it in an antique shop and she brought it. Isn't it lovely? I also collect old keys. I've got quite a lot of them. And this is one that I put in a little upstairs toilet area. And I just mounted the keys on, I don't know, on some handmade paper, I think, and put them in a frame. This is my little gallery on the stairway. And some of these paintings I've painted and drawings, and some of them, one or two of them, is my sister's. She's an artist too. So I think that's one of mine and that's one of my sister's. Isn't that lovely? Little girls with their bicycles. I've got some lovely artwork throughout the house that I've collected over the years. This is my pride and joy. It's a photograph of little children. I don't know, about 1900. This is a pirate chest that I've got in my dining room, and I love old locks. This is an old lock. The key, someone took the key that shouldn't have taken the key. But luckily I had another antique key. But the key that they took was absolutely gorgeous, a great big antique key. I never really got over that. And here are some more of my antique keys. Aren't they lovely? I love them. So I thought I need to repot this Hoya. This is a beautiful house plant. I'll show you in a minute. The leaves are getting like wrinkled, some of them. I've tried giving it a good dose of water, but it looks like it's really dehydrated. So I'm going to repot it and then give it a good dose of water. These plants do better if you don't water them that often, but I think this has gone a bit beyond it. So let's see, I'll show you close up in a minute. Right, so here is the leaves that I'm talking about. Wait a minute. They don't look too bad, I tell you, but they are. They don't look too bad, but they're not right. They're like, look, they're better than they were actually. So I do think it's the water situation. Pretty sure it's the water situation. So I'll give it a good spray. I'm going to repot it. Well, let me see if one that's really wrinkled. You can see the wrinkle on the back side of the leaf. See, quite wrinkled. See it better on the back side of the leaf. This shouldn't be like that. There's one that's wrinkled. Anyway, there we are. So I'll repot it. Go ahead and repot it. It's one of the, well, actually, this is the parent Hoya. I'll show you. It goes right across the top, goes right the way across. Look, it's going in all the crevices and things. Goes right across the top of the, right across the kitchen. And then this is a separate plant that I grew from that plant. They're really, really healthy, you see. And this plant here, that one, they're in really big pots. This one here is over 30 years old. I got that 30 years ago, and I've grown, oh, I don't know how many, so many of it. So many, and given them to people, you know, as gifts. So there you are. So the flowers on this plant fill the room with scent. There's my lovely Monstera delicosa. He's a giant. Anyway, yeah, back to the Hoya. This plant has the most incredible flowers, and I'll show you when it blooms another time. I'll show you. It has the most incredible flowers. They're like wax, and they drip this sticky substance that fills the room with perfume. It is absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, this little Hoya's looking a bit sick, so let's see if we can get him recovered. So these are all the jobs that need doing, you know, you can do while you're waiting for the sun. So that you can go out in the greenhouse and play. Right, this is the pot that it's in, which is very nice. It's a wide pot, it's terracotta, it's a very nice pot, and the plant itself doesn't particularly look that pot bound, but I'm going to put it in a deep pot. Could have wiped it, couldn't have it, I didn't. I'm going to put it in a very deep pot. So I've got my plastic down. Now I've warmed my soil. I brought the soil to room temperature in here. Don't use cold soil when you're repotting. Always get it out the day before and just leave it in a reasonably warm room. And because you don't want to shock the plant, it's gone from being nice and warm to freezing cold soil. It's not going to like it. So what I'll do is I'll take him out of this. Like I say, it's not particularly hot land because there won't be any loose soil like this. But anyway, I still think it needs a bit of TLC on it. Try not to really disturb it that much. Whoops, Daisy. Yeah, got nice roots on it. Yeah, so put that in there. That's the pot that it was in. And I've got a few crocks in the bottom of that, have I? Yeah, I've got a few crocks. Right, let's put some soil in the bottom. I mixed a little bit of vermiculite with the soil. It's compost. Bought compost, this one. And I've mixed a bit of vermiculite in with it, okay? So I've got a nice base for him to sit on. This little beauty here. And I keep the roots intact and put him in there. And he fits in there better because the ball, you know, the root ball was protruding. Put that in there. It was raised, you know. Right, now I'll just put some soil all around it. I'm sure this plant is going to benefit from this. And I'm going to feed it as well. I'm going to feed it seaweed. I've started feeding seaweed, liquid seaweed. And I'm finding it's looking really, you know, the plants are looking, I mean, look how green this monstera is. It's dark, dark green, you know. Right, that is that. And pack it right down. This soil I can use on in a minute because I'm going to show you my peas that I'm growing. And push it right down. That is lovely. Now, I'm going to put him in a tray. Always put some thick plastic down. Right, I'm going to put him in a tray. That's a nice pot I'll use for something. I don't know. I love terracotta. It's my favourite. I just love it. Especially old terracotta. They started selling a lot of terracotta in the nurseries now, you know, in the plant nurseries. Because they're just lovely, aren't they? I mean, you know, I've got like a display of them in my greenhouse. I'm sure you've seen it. If you've seen some of my other videos, you will have seen it. Right, there's your Hoya. There we are. Now I'm going to give it a really good drink. Pull off any bits that don't need to be on there. I think this Hoya, look at that, it's gorgeous. I think it's going to recover really well. So I'll give it a really good drink now and put some liquid seaweed. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's concentrate 5-in-1 liquid fertilizer. Use all the year round. It's basically nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium, sulfur, seaweed extracts. So anyway, I'm gonna make a lovely drink for this plant. A drink of seaweed, absolutely soaked. I want to give it a really good drink. There. Now I'm going to leave it sort of sitting in the water that it doesn't use, just for a bit, because it's so dehydrated. The other thing I wanted to in the bowl, what I did was I got some dried peas and I soaked them overnight, and about 2 days later they started getting the sprouts. So they're going to sprout. I'll show them when they do. And they're pea shoots, and you can eat them and keep them on your windowsill and have fresh pea shoots on your salad every day. So that's that. Spring has definitely sprung here in Cornwall, and we've got the beautiful hellebores and of course the daffodils, snowdrops. It's absolutely lovely. Can't wait for late spring, early summer. I hope you enjoyed the video, and with that I'll say bye for now, and as always, love from Cornwall. Please subscribe. It can make so much difference to me. Thank you.